Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to Disc 1.
Where we will be doing our predictions for E3 2019.
It's 2019, you idiot. Nah, I don't know what I don't know where I was going with there.
I don't either.
This is the no Sony's edition of E3. So we'll see.
I thought that was
which one
last
we get.
year.
Well, we were allowed to have one. Dari Simpson's line.
So, I guess we should do introductions. I am, of course, your host, Professor Icepick.
I'm SNES Master KI.
I'm NekoGamerX.
I'm Dari.
And Dari as the Dari.
K.I., I think we're being a little too hard on the Dari.
Icepick, we know you'd spend all day bopping your Dari if you could.
Oh, he would.
Definitely. Alright,
Okay.
so let's pull up our handy-dandy schedules, of which I posted two.
And we have some good news for everyone. EA is technically not at E3, so
Oh.
you are spared the 30 seconds of us saying we don't care about them. How
Well,
long was that?
to be fair, they were holding their own conference for the last few years anyway, because I guess they're
We're
too big
better
for
than-
E3.
You can do it, yeah, they're too big now. We don't need them.
I don't know how that works, but okay. So let's move on to the first real show. My boys at Microsoft.
This is the place this year for PS4 game announcements.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's just Sony's go-to here, probably.
I mean, to be fair, that's what they kind of did the last 2 years anyway, was announce a bunch of multiplats.
Oh yeah, they did better for PS4 games I wanted at Microsoft's conference than Sony's.
Which is why
Last year.
Microsoft's conference won.
Well, they say they're gonna have 14 titles from Xbox Game Studios that they bought last year.
Oh yeah,
So-
like Ninja Theory. Oh man, I know what I want. I know what I want. DMC2! 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 DMC2!
It's only allowed if it gets a Switch version.
Well, we're getting DMC 1 on Switch, so
Actually,
maybe...
actually, that would be funny. Imagine if you got the DMC 2013 game and DMC2 on Switch before Capcom even releases the original Devil May Cry 2 on there.
That would be extremely asinine, but still hilarious.
I still
think
think
everyone
it's
would
stupid that they're not doing the HD collection. They're literally taking the first game out of the HD collection. It's stupid.
They're
guess
just
it
trying.
is
They're
stupid.
extorting people. It's like,
Yeah.
you've never. It's like it's targeted at people who have only had Nintendo systems and have never been able to play Devil May Cry before.
Exactly.
It's just, it's stupid to me. Also, there is one thing that I forgot to mention in the in the Side B podcast. So yeah, exclusive content.
Oh no.
I'm like a Pokemon game, you fuckheads. I forgot to mention that I'm really hoping that we get a date for the Cuphead DLC.
That would be nice.
That would be...
Okay, that reminds me. I have to ask: if they did actually announce that was turning into Cuphead 2, would you be upset?
Not really, because, I mean, I'd be fine with that, actually.
Okay.
I mean, I'd be a little disappointed because they seem to imply that it was going to be coming out this year, and if they're turning it into an actual sequel, I feel like that's not going to happen, but, you know,
Who knows?
new game, that's fine with me. Plus, that'll save me more money for Freedom Planet 2, which is definitely coming out this year, you guys, definitely!
And King of Cards.
I'm still bummed about that one.
I'm
That already
still-
got pushed back to next year, and I'm angry about it.
Wait, it did?
You don't remember that? They pushed
I
it
remember-
back, like, they said
I
at
remember-
least 6 months from the April release date.
Oh god, I just remembered it getting delayed to an unspecified time, which I assumed was still this year.
They said at least 6 months, so I mean, it's possible that it could come out this year, but they said at least 6 months, and no one uses at least if that's all they intend to use.
Yeah.
That's true.
Why the hell did Microsoft announce this?
Hey.
But, oh, hey, is Bacon here?
Yeah.
We got
Oh,
Bacon!
finally.
Okay, Bacon,
Fine.
introduce yourself. We have a new challenger.
I'm Bacon, and the Discord apparently hates me.
Yeah, it does that.
Yeah.
I had to kill the task 5 times for this to work.
That's
Well, 5th time's the charm.
Actually, it must have been the 6th time if he had to kill it 5 times.
Yeah, the
What's
kills
worth the
count,
rating
not
worth?
the attempts.
Okay, fair enough then. So, Bacon, we have only just gotten started. We're still talking about Microsoft, which is the first conference. What do you-
Microsoft, where they delayed King of Cards to 2020.
I still can't believe you didn't...
I knew it was delayed, but I thought it was delayed until, like, late summer or something.
No, they said at least 6 months in the delay announcement.
I will say it again. We should be playing Shovel Knight 3 right now.
Well, at least Yacht Club is publishing someone else's game. That's something, right?
Sure.
I mean, the game that they're about to publish looks cool. Sorry, go ahead,
The
Bacon.
bare bones Smash Bros. Clone is delayed a year.
Oh, yeah,
What?
that and
No.
King of Cards. Both of them are coming out at the same time. They want to wrap up Shovel Knight in one go.
Probably not going to happen, but anyway.
No, they've only got 2 things left.
Oh. Well.
I mean, it would be hard not to wrap it up.
Okay, I guess we should probably go back to Microsoft. Bacon, what do you expect / want from Microsoft at E3?
Battletoad news.
That's what I
That'd be
figured.
nice.
Yeah, Battletoad nudes. Battletoad nudes. What am I
Nudes
saying?
are-
Yeah, that too, actually.
No,
The
that only exists.
Battletoad
Go to
news
internet
would
for
be
that.
great. Yes,
I don't know what I'd want from Microsoft. No,
I know what you'd want from Microsoft, Neko.
What?
Blinks the
Cats.
Time Sweeper.
No, I've given up hope for that ever to get re-released or get a new game or anything.
Links
To tell you
the
the truth, I think the one thing I'd probably want from them that's not cat related would probably be a new Killer Instinct.
I mean,
I
the
mean,
old one is
it-
winding down, so we don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they'll do a new one on Scarlet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Have we heard anything about whether Scarlet's going to be backwards compatible? Because at this point I'm thinking I might as well just wait for that instead of getting an Xbox One.
We don't know.
Nothing yet. Mainly, honestly, the only things that we've really heard about it's weird. It's like the exact opposite thing that's been going on with, like, the PS5. PS5, we apparently know all this information about the system, but Sony refuses to acknowledge it, and the Scarlet, we don't know a damn thing about it, but Microsoft keeps, like, hyping it up.
I think Microsoft's going to be like at E3, they're just going to be like, okay, here are all the games that we're talking about. Now, let's spend like 15 minutes talking about the Xbox 2.
Oh,
I
no, not
still-
15 whole minutes.
I still want it to be called Xbox 2001.
That would be, jeez.
What about Xbox Original?
No, that Xbox Original is the mid-gen upgrade.
God. The first Xbox. No, I mean the actual first Xbox. The first one
mean
that
what the-
came out. That one.
You mean the one with the really fucked up controller?
Yes.
No.
No,
That's
they-
what they're calling the new system is the first Xbox. No, I mean the actual first Xbox.
Who's on first Xbox?
Who's on first? Who's on?
Yeah.
I mean, it is good that they're at least trying to get their games out on other platforms.
Yeah, is it asking too much to hope that they announce some stuff for Switch at their conference?
I feel like it's possible, but I feel like it would probably work better at the Nintendo conference.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, they could be like, oh, well, all this stuff is cross-compatible because we like doing that. Unlike the other companies not here to defend themselves.
I mean, they don't have to, like, make a big deal out of it. Just, like, show an Ori 2 or Battletoads trailer and have Switch listed as one of the platforms.
Well, apparently, Ori 2 is going to be one of the reveals.
Well, I mean, we know about the Xbox One version.
Exciting reviews and first looks at upcoming Xbox Game Studios exclusives, including Ori and the Will of Wisp.
I know I've seen footage of it. It's supposed to come out this year. It's not the first look.
I mean, they have, like, implied that we're going to get at least 14 or 15 game announcements, so that's good.
Yeah, that is really.
That's actually surprising for them.
Well, yeah, they're focusing on games now.
How is Xbox One doing? When it first started up, it was kind of sluggish.
It didn't really recover. I mean, it never had the problems that Wii U did, but it just never caught up to. It never got close to PS4, and Switch is probably going to surpass it fairly soon.
It's a distant third, but not so distant that I got, like, totally blown out of the water.
Oh my god, under 2
How is it
hours.
still doing in Japan anyway?
Every single Xbox has done ungodly awful in Japan. The only comparison is Vita in North America. That is, like, the only system here that was...
That's why I asked that, because I mean, it seems like Microsoft's systems never work out there.
Yeah, they have a long, storied history of not liking Xbox stuff out there. I finally found that Anthem thing I was talking about. I posted it in the chat if you want to see it.
Apparently they say they invited something new to Xbox E3 this year. I wonder what it is.
Well, a lot of people are speculating it's going to be Scarlet.
Oh.
Jeez, I didn't mean to kill the entire
that is probably the only way I could see them getting 14 first-party games announced at the same time, although if they're counting Ori 2 as one of them, they clearly aren't using the standard definition of announced.
Alright.
I guess we've got a sixth person in here now, the cat.
Yep.
But, okay, now that... is there anything else anyone wants to say about Microsoft before we do last predictions and wishes?
Well, apparently they're talking about that cloud thing that might be happening.
What, xCloud?
Yeah. Which apparently is a collaboration with Sony somehow?
Yeah, Sony wanted to partner up with Microsoft to fight Google.
It sounds like it happened too recently to actually be at E3.
It's like a supervillain civil war.
Watch Dogs
So
3
they're all gonna die?
Possible. But anyway, I think that's...
Okay, so we're doing final prediction and wish for Microsoft.
Right. Okay, so who wants to go first?
I predict that they will make a new first-party Konami series that's never released because they both hate everyone. Yeah.
Okay, and what about your wish?
I wish I could make a Warhammer from the first Xbox.
Okay, fair enough. Who wants to go next?
Guess I will. Predict it'll be pretty much like last year. It'll probably have some good multi-plats announced. Maybe. I don't know how to predict their first-party games, and my wish would be more stuff for Switch, basically.
Okay, Neko or Dari?
Yeah, I'll go. I don't really have any real predictions per se, but my wish would probably be more ports to PC.
Okay.
I mean, they already automatically port all their games to PC.
Well, no, I think he's talking about older games that they didn't port
Yeah.
to PC.
Oh, way older games.
Okay, Dari, how about you?
I think they're gonna pretty much they're gonna rush through all their new games just to get to the new console and just like do pretty much what they did last year with Xbox One X, but 3 times worse and like 4 times longer.
Xbox One X was already released last year.
Okay, Dari, I think you're
I thought it
thinking
wasn't.
about 2 years ago.
I thought that was Xbox One X last year too, because there were the teraflops and how much it was gonna beat PS4 Pro
Jesus
and all
Christ,
that
you
crap.
really don't remember last year's E3. Why do they keep talking about how Sony's last E3 was bad? They had Shenmue 3, they had Final Fantasy VII Remake, they had The Last Guardian. That's a stellar lineup.
They said PS4 could play used games. They said they were going to be cheaper than Saturn.
I mean, sure, there was that whole $599 US fiasco, but they rebounded from that.
Uh-huh. But other than that, I wish for a lot of. Hopefully, they have a lot more multi-plats than exclusives, because that war kind of almost needs to end a little bit. But it still kind of needs to be there for keep the consoles viable, I guess.
Okay, I guess that just leaves me. I predict that Microsoft is going to get extremely cocky since Sony dropped out and try to gain a little bit of goodwill. I don't think all of their plans are going to work, but I think that they will give me at least one game that'll make me go, ah! Did that come through? Did you hear that?
It did. I heard it.
That,
Yeah, I heard it.
I heard it.
Oof. And my wish, rare replay on Steam. Okay, so next up we got Bugthesda.
Hooray.
Joy.
Neko, would you mind turning down your Dead by Daylight?
Sorry about that.
All right. So,
We're talking about
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Yeah, we're talking about Bethesda. Ki, is there any specific game that you want to talk about from Bethesda?
Oh yes, Bethesda, from my point of view, is just a vessel for id, basically, and Doom Eternal is my most anticipated game this year, so I am very much looking forward to seeing more of it and getting a release date, which, considering they said it's going to be a launch game on Stadia, it sounds like October is the latest.
I'm happy that they, despite the fact that they confirmed all those like whack-ass Dark Souls mechanics, that those are just going to be optional. And just like in Devil May Cry 5, I am turning those fuckers off. Like from the get-go. Dari, are you afraid of Doom Eternal?
I never played it. Doom games was not really my thing.
You should
I'll
really
make you
try you should really try Doom 2016. I almost said the original.
Dune
I think I did try to like
16 I
one
would
time,
like
just
to
liking
try
it
at
all.
some point.
It wasn't my thing. But then I'm not really into first-person games at all.
That's fair.
But other than that, I kept after the last year wasn't really that interesting aside from the meme. So I don't know what they're gonna do this year to wow me at all at Bethesda. Cause I mean I'm out of the Elder Scrolls pretty much thing, and the next one's coming out for probably another 10 years at this rate.
What if they
Well, at least
do?
they can-
What if
No,
they
I
update
don't-
the card
They
game?
are announcing. They have announced that they are doing a new
Yeah,
one.
they announced
Yeah.
it, but they also just recently said you're gonna have to be patient because we're working on our new IP first. Which again,
And I said next gen too last
I
year
already
as well.
shit. It's like I actually just looked up what that was called today, and it already escaped my memory.
Starfield?
Wasn't
Or
that
is that
the
something else?
what, was it Starfield? Hold on a second. I'm going to check to make sure because it's like my brain keeps on telling me it's either Starlink or Starfield, and I know one of those is an Ubisoft game.
Yeah, Starlink is Ubisoft.
It is
Yeah.
Starfield. Thank you, Dari.
Yes, Starfield. Yeah. Apparently, it's been in the works for 11 years this year, and we still haven't seen anything about it at
And
all.
it's still using the Oblivion engine.
Skyrim is 8 years old.
Wow.
No, wait. You know what I really hope happens in Starfield?
What?
So after playing for like 2 hours, you get blown up and everything goes black. And then you wake up with a blindfold around your eyes and you pull it off and you wake up in an old cart. And you see this other peasant who says...
Oh no!
That would be the greatest thing ever if that's what Starfield ends up being. It's just Skyrim again.
Oh my god, that would be so bad. The trolling would be amazing, but the response would just be, oh my god.
Why did this game get all 10s? Well, journalists aren't going to play for 2 hours.
Why didn't anyone warn us about this?
That'd be amazing. But do you think we're gonna see anything from Fallout after the Fallout of Fallout 76?
Well, it sounds like they're trying to fix Fallout 76. So maybe?
I feel like it's probably too late for that.
Yeah. Just like Anthem.
You could just release the game with all the stuff you intended before you release it. I mean, you know, full complete game.
Just pull a No Man's Sky,
We
basically?
haven't seen that since '96, Bacon. Stop pretending like that's gonna be a thing now in 2019.
Wait, what the hell are you talking... When did anyone in 1996 ever update a game to include all of this stuff? Dari, Sonic and Knuckles came out in 1994.
No, I said no. He said full complete game.
Oh, okay, fair enough then.
Icepick just proved that Sega invented this.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
Okay, alright.
Okay, so anything else we want to discuss about this, or should we just go straight to predictions and wish list?
The Evil Within might get a new sequel. Yay!
I really wish that Shinji Mikami would just make something else, but he won't. I don't think he can.
Yeah, I think in his old age, he all he can make is Evil Within now.
He's still battling the censor so he can release his true vision for Goof Troop 2.
They just won't let him make Pete a playable character for some reason.
I blame the fat shamers.
Goof, first goofness.
Anyway. Not much else to say about Bethesda, I believe, except more bugs. Yay.
My prediction and want is the same thing. Doom Eternal, I have no idea what else will be there.
Okay. Bacon, Neko, Dari?
I want to see something new. There we go.
Okay.
My prediction.
Your prediction is what?
More information on this new IP. What?
Starting to cut out a little
What?
bit.
Yeah, you were like, wait, was I cutting out? Because he was cutting out.
No,
for me.
Neko.
No,
was
I only heard Neko cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, his voice was getting all stretched out for me. Neko, could you repeat that?
You say something.
Neko?
Want would be more information.
He's dead, Jim.
I think he's trying to say more information on that new Bethesda game.
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to say, but he keeps...
He
he's
keeps
behind,
cutting
he's
out.
cutting out, and it's weird.
Neko, you should really just, like, stop playing Dead by Daylight because I think it's eating up your bandwidth.
You hear me?
Well, we can hear you cutting in and out and you stretch, but...
Yeah. All who was hear me?
Hear me?
Okay. Yeah. I love. What I hear is I gotta.
Wow.
Jesus Christ! Discord.
What? What is going on?
Not like him at all.
I think that Dead by Daylight might be eating your bandwidth, Neko.
I don't think so, but
Well, I mean, you sound better now, but... Okay, but what you were saying is that you want to hear more information about Starfield, right?
I guess so. Yeah, that's my that's my prediction of what's going to happen. They're probably
Okay.
going to give, and my wish would be information on the new Elder Scrolls, even though they're working on their new IP, but like a little bit more info of any kind would be well deserved.
Okay.
You know?
Bacon, how about you?
I predict the new IP is an old IP, that it's in fact the Alien RPG they were.
The Alien RPG they worked on?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
that you know, back when they're doing the Colonial Marines and an RPG.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
one. Yeah,
that.
shit. We even watched that. What happened about
That
that?
what happened?
You're right.
We did.
Okay,
Oh,
and
right.
what's your wish then?
I wish they would make a sequel to Sonic.
Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, or whatever the fuck it was called. God.
You realize that had
I
nothing
didn't
to
want
do
to
with...
like that, but I
You
did.
realize that had nothing to do with Bethesda, right?
Yeah, that was
Pretend
BioWare,
like it
dude.
did.
Oh,
Good job. Anyway,
well, start. Well, let them do it anyways. Can't do any worse than the first one.
Okay.
Okay, I guess
And
that just leaves me then. I predict that this show is going to basically be mostly
mean-
about Doom Eternal, I'd imagine, because that's the only real thing that they have in development that we know of at the moment. Rage 2 already came out. And as for a wish, I'm sticking with what I said last year. A new Commander Keen game. Make it happen,
you
you
can ask for that
fuckheads.
forever. You can ask for that until it happens, then you're gonna be too old to play, and you're gonna be mad.
Ba 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 da 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 da.
As it's gonna be 60, you're like, Commander Keen finally came out, but my hand.
Man, the way that I'm working out, I'm gonna be like in better shape than all of you when I turn 60.
Probably. Who knows?
Dari's gonna have like Ren and Stimpy ass looking hands, even though he's gonna be the same age as me. He's gonna look like that old dude who was falling apart in Stimpy's cartoon. Gonna just have his ear hanging off his head, like holding
Oh
on
god.
by like just a little bit of skin. Okay, so next up we have my favorites. Devolver Digital.
Apparently
Yeah,
they have 3 games. One of them is gonna be available that day. So
You know, the funny thing is that I read their press release, and it sounds like this year they're going to be taking the shit out of, or taking the piss out of Bethesda for their whole Bethesda Land thing last year.
oh, gee,
Because they were talking about the
that's
Devolver
cringe.
Digital trailer park.
Oh yeah. I remember
Which-
that.
That's great. The Devolver Digital trailer park. I love
That's-
it.
The big fancy press conference where
Which one last year had that, the fake one with the press conference? That was,
Which
we all
fake-
had a good laugh.
Are you talking about the
I don't-
Devolver Digital one again?
Oh, that was them, I guess.
I mean, it could have been the
Wait.
limited run one. Although that wasn't really funny.
that was cringy.
That wasn't funny.
Wait, so my friend Pedro hasn't come out yet?
Nope, it's coming out this month.
Apparently on the 20th.
Yep.
Well, that's something I'd talk about.
Well, I
Maybe.
mean, Metal Wolf Chaos XD hasn't come out, and we still don't have a date on that.
It hasn't?
Nope.
Wow.
Ape Out came out back in February. That was Bacon's favorite, I think.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Scum. Does that have a date?
Wait, does what have a date?
Scum.
Scum?
Yeah. The other game that they talked about last year, I believe.
Wait, was that the one that was like the Battle Royale game with all the prisoners?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think that was already out. They were just like announcing the next season.
Oh. Or would they come up with something fun?
I just want to see part 3 of that thing where they were going to turn their old host into RoboCop.
Oh yeah, god, yes, that was great.
I love that. I know that people get sick of it because like now they're just doing the same thing every year, but I fucking love it. It's better than most of the shit we have to sit through.
Oh, it's the anti-conference, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
Yeah.
anti-conference.
The only problem I have with Devolver Digital is only on
Wait, it's what's your issue with them?
It's only on what?
Twitch.
Twitch? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It is only on Twitch.
Yeah, all I really want from it, it was fine last year. I really hated the 2017 one because they did not tell us what system anything was for.
And they only talk about games like 5 minutes the entire time. Oh hey, this game is out. Let's watch the 2-minute trailer of it. Okay.
So all their games are on Twitch?
No. Their conference is on Twitch, Neko.
Twitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All their
I
games.
was like, huh?
All their games are on like
Twitch.
PC and like consoles.
Yeah, PC and possibly Switch. That's what I've seen. I don't think. Do they have mini games on PS4 and Xbox actually?
I feel like they do. Weren't the Hotline Miami games on PlayStation?
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were.
I forgot that was Devolver Digital.
Devolver Digital is a great indie publisher. I love them. They're great.
Yep.
I mean, should we just like skip the predictions and wishlist on that because we don't really know what they could like
Yeah,
be
we
coming
should
out
probably.
with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, E3 VR. No.
No.
Yeah.
Can we skip that too?
Yes.
Yes. We can skip that. Okay, now we're going on to the PC Gamer presents the PC Gaming Show, powered by the Epic Games Store. Don't worry, guys. I already got all this shit out of my system during Side B, and I really, I recommend you all listen to it. That whole podcast.
I want to know what the best game fueled by Dorito and Mountain Dew will be.
You're thinking of the Game Awards.
No, what you
Okay.
said reminded me of the Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
God.
So was
well,
it like a shit show that you were so pissed off about it? I mean, can I get a short of what bothered you so
basically
much?
the fact that it's being powered by the Epic Game Store has led a lot of people to speculate that it's going to be an excuse for PC Gamer to trot out a bunch of Epic Game Store exclusive games. And nobody likes that.
Yeah,
People are very angry about it, although since then a few pieces of news have come out which has made people laugh. Like, what was the first major coup in the Epic Game Store war? Do any of you remember?
Was it Metro Exodus?
Yes, it was Metro Exodus. Very good memory, KI. Now, if you'll recall, they said that they had a 1-year exclusivity contract starting in February of last year, and that it would not release on Steam until February of 2020.
What?
Okay, now hear me out. Guess what popped up on on our good friends, the Microsoft Store, that's coming out on June 9th?
Metro Exodus?
Yes. Now, if I were to if I were to say anything, that doesn't sound. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But is June 9th, 2019, a year after February 6th, 2019?
No.
Is one of them BC?
No. No, I'm afraid not. They are both AD.
Oh dear, they're gonna add interactivity to the PC gaming show this year.
Oh, that's... Dari, I could kiss you because you've just given me a reason to get excited for it again. Coming to the stage is Tom Sweeney. Throw a glass bottle filled with nails and broken glass at Tim. And then just spam that in the chat.
Yes.
Fire at his
Zero
feet,
comments and
making
reactions
dance.
from every platform. And that
God.
stupid quiz they do every year is gonna have that too.
Yeah, it works for me. But anyway, the other thing is that both Darksiders Genesis and the recently announced Baldur's Gate 3 are both coming to Steam, and Baldur's Gate is coming to GOG, but not the Epic Games Store.
Hooray.
So that's led me to speculate that the Epic Mega Sale pissed off more people than we thought.
Didn't a lot of companies take off their
Yes,
their
they
games?
did, Dari. They did take
So
off a
did-
bunch of games that were available for pre-order because Epic offered customers discounts without getting permission from the actual publishers. And I don't think I need to tell you that that's a big no-no.
No,
It's a
you're
bad
probably wrong.
idea.
Are they like total morons running that place?
Well,
Pretty
considering the fact that they're not going to have a shopping cart for over 6 months, you tell me.
and
And you
they
get banned if you buy.
you buy too many games, they ban you.
Yep. They're dumb as hell. That's all there is.
So,
to it.
do you have any non-Epic related predictions or hopes for it?
Well, they claim that they're going to have some Japanese games, and since Epic hates Japan, I'm looking forward to that. And as for a wish list, I know they said that Sega wasn't going to be there, which breaks my heart, honestly, because that was the best part of last year's PC gaming show by a wide margin, but I'm hoping that we get something similar. You know, to their Best in Japan trailer. That'd be nice.
That would.
Okay, so is that all we want to say about the PC gaming show? Does anyone else want to chime in on that?
More new indie stuff that was actually kind of cool. Because remember, you had a couple of the indie games that I actually cared about from the PC gaming show the last couple of years.
Yeah, I'm still pissed that Epic swiped Maneater. That game looked really cool, but they stole it because they're a bunch of
Oh,
assholes.
it makes you feel better. Shakedown Hawaii was kind of disappointing.
That does make me feel better. Thank you. That was another game that I
Yeah,
cared
I
about that they
aimed to
swiped.
please.
But yeah, does anyone else have anything they want to say, or should we just move on to the next one?
Move on to the next one.
Okay, let's see. What's next? Oh, it's our good friend's limited run.
I predict that GameSack will mount some kind of attack. I think the real reason Baldo left is because he was dedicating going on. The real reason he left is so he could put all his effort into attacking the limited run games E3.
Yeah, no. Baldo and Blondo were planning on, like, reenacting Columbine at the limited run thing, but Blondo pulled out at the last second. Baldo's gonna show up in a trench coat with a shotgun.
And he'll miss. He'll hit all the Vita games at once, but not hit anyone
he
there.
He fires once, he misses, and then he fires a second time and accidentally shoots his hand off.
But his favorite part was the pandas.
Oh, wonderful. Apparently, we're gonna get the entire main slate for the Vita. So everything
Well,
they're doing for the Vita now is gonna be at E3 this year. So that's gonna be probably a big thing.
I mean, they did stop printing cards for the Vita, and they did seem to think that that was going to affect their bottom line. Because most of their sales did go to the Vita at limited run.
And I'm kind of surprised they were.
With though, so
I'm kind of surprised they were able to afford their own E3 show.
yeah,
I mean, they did one last year.
they did,
It was stupid, but they did one.
and it was really cringy and really terrible. And watching it 3 times was annoying.
You watched it 3 times. I only watched it once. God.
But yeah, it's
Watching
been
it
this
once
sports
in-
and Vita for them.
But yeah, I don't really have any predictions for that because, I mean, they're limited runs, so...
Right.
I mean, there's
Oh,
only
hey.
so many indie darlings.
Exactly.
You got it.
Pretty much.
I just want that Wii U exclusive indie game that no one can identify announced. They've probably already gone back on that and said it was a miscommunication, but it was just like, I had no idea what it was, because there's almost nothing third or first party, counting Switch, that's Wii U exclusive.
Alright.
It ends up being Super Meat Boy.
Forever. And then that's another one that's only on Twitch.
Wait, what? Oh, limited run?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm taking Monday off from the gym so that I can watch all of these.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. I could use a break anyway. My legs were kind of hurting afterwards.
Oh, again,
Leg.
aside from... Oh, let's look at... Let's indie game for limited run games. There's not much else to say.
Yeah, I mean, they are unpredictable, and not like in a bad way, but also not in a good way.
So they're just neutral
Pretty much.
in a way.
Neko, pretty much. Okay, so does anyone else have anything to say about that, or should we move on to the next one?
I'm fine with moving on.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Bacon, Dari, you good too?
I'm good.
I'm just gonna assume that Bacon doesn't care so much that he isn't gonna say anything.
I think someone's distracting him.
Yeah, Bacon.
Yeah, I think so, too.
It's just... Go. Next.
It's fair. It's all right.
You can't hear me?
Oh no, we can hear
No,
you.
we can
We
hear
can
you.
just hear
Yeah.
who you're who's in the room with you too.
Indeed.
Oh, there he goes. Okay, he's muted now. Okay, so yeah, I guess with that we can move on to the next one, which is Ubisoft.
Watch Dogs 3 is apparently happening. Woohoo.
No, it's Watch
Everyone
Dog
wanted
Legions in a post-Brexit world. God save the NPCs. This is literal marketing campaign stuff. I'm not lying. I'm not joking.
I know,
Look it
I know
up.
you're... That's the worst part. You're not
Army wishes
joking.
you-
In a post-Brexit world, God save the NPCs.
And don't forget about Starlink.
Oh God.
Everyone already
With
forgot
Fox.
about that.
But it has
Starlink's-
Fox in it. That was the only thing that people cared about.
Yeah, actually, people only care about Starlink because they say it's like the best Star Fox game that's come out in years.
Yeah, but
That's just what I've heard. Okay,
my wish is still and always will be for until they do it another Prince of Persia.
I want another Rayman.
I think
Yeah, Rayman would
Well,
be
actually,
nice.
they're doing it. Apparently, the guy who had the speedrun record lost it, and he tried to get it back. And apparently, if you watch the stream for 30 minutes, you can get a free copy of Rayman. So maybe they're doing something with that. Who knows?
Oh no, that was Uplay on Uplay.
Yeah, I know it's Uplay, but still, it's a tribute to Rayman that probably wouldn't do otherwise.
Right.
So maybe it might happen.
I still think that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to be the Western equivalent to Mega Man Legends 3, and frankly, that'll be the best case scenario.
They've already drawn it out more than Mega Man Legends 3 was.
I thought Beyond Good and Evil 2 was the new Last Guardian at this point.
Oh no! Beyond Good and Evil. Have you heard all of the information about it?
I have not.
No,
Okay,
I've heard
I'm gonna go over this again because I love telling this story because it's so ludicrous. Okay, so
Okay.
Beyond Good and Evil 1 was a Zelda-like that ended on a pretty big cliffhanger and became a cult classic, right? So Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to be a multiplayer online game.
Oh my God, why?
That's a prequel to the original game. And that's all we know about it.
And doesn't it have a pig in it? And it's supposed to be
The first
diverse,
game
like
had
that?
a pig in it.
Yeah, the trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2 from over a decade ago had the pig. I'm not sure if he's in the current version.
I think it's a different pig that's in the current version, but what really strikes me is that they also had a chimpanzee character, but he was clearly a black dude.
Well, apparently I keep seeing this black girl all over the place when I see Beyond Good and Evil 2, and I don't know...
Yes, that was the character in the trailer that they had for it, but no, I'm still baffled at the fact that they decided that it would be a good idea to make the chimpanzee character a black dude.
Well, it was a different time when they started this.
What, 2017?
They're trying to be more diverse, but they backfired.
Yeah,
I mean, literally any non-primate animal, I think you could get away with making a black person.
Also, my other main prediction is they better bring fucking Ashley Tyler back. She's the only good part of Ubisoft anymore.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that.
To be fair to Beyond Good and Evil 2, maybe it has some really good microtransactions.
God,
Okay, Neko, Bacon, do you guys have any predictions or wishes for the Ubisoft conference?
No. I mean, it'd be nice if there was a new Rayman, but that's probably my wish list. Predictions, I have no clue.
Okay, Bacon, how about you?
You don't say.
Well, we can have another Mario Rabbids game, KI.
I just started that. It's pretty good so far. I'm still getting used to it. I'm just at the start of the second world.
I knew you're actually playing it. I would say they could announce another one at Ubisoft.
Oh no, he actually picked up the
Yeah, I finally took the plunge and saw the physical version for a pretty good price and picked it up.
right. But
Would you be mad if they announced it, but especially before Nintendo's conference?
No, they can. I mean, it just means more space for other stuff in Nintendo's conference.
Bacon remuted, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess in that case, I've got nothing, honestly. I don't have any predictions. Okay, my prediction is that they're going to try to hold off on canceling Beyond Good and Evil 2 for as long as humanly possible. But that's only going to end up making the backlash even worse, so they're just going to try to hold out for as long as they possibly can until people get so sick of hearing about the game being in limbo that canceling the game would be seen as an act of mercy rather than an act of...
Then someone else buys it and it gets released like Duke Nukem Forever.
Right.
Oh,
Gearbox buys the right to it.
Yes.
And
Let's
see.
Xbox exclusive, sorry.
Let's see. Wish. I wish I hadn't killed that fish. No, but seriously, I guess I'll go with the Rayman as well. I mean, that's kind of a lame answer, but there's not really that much that Ubisoft make. Maybe a third South Park game, but I didn't play the second one, so...
I still need to play those as well. I don't want to play them on, no, that's my problem.
The first one is good. You should really play that.
Like I said, it's on PC, PS4, and Switch, and I don't know what to play it on.
Play it on Switch. You play everything on Switch now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know I'm right. Bacon, how about you?
Anything Ubisoft, Bacon?
Do you have any predictions or wishes for Ubisoft, Bacon?
We talk, we can't hear you.
Anything other than
There you go.
He muted again.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll be the new Bacon. Hey, everybody! Howdy, everybody! Let's Mario some of them there platformers!
I feel like just another game that we're missing from Ubisoft that was big, and they talked about it for a while, and
There probably is, but I don't think it's one we care about.
It's Just Dance.
mean, they have a lot of franchises, like any combination of Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, Tom Clancy's whatever, etc. could be there.
Sounds right.
Now they keep on saying that they're not doing Splinter Cell this year.
Okay,
so...
so...
That's another Ask Creed, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Right.
So who's up next?
Let's see. Next up we have the Kinda Funny Game Showcase. They actually didn't do this at E3 last year, but they did do one of these at some other point last year, and it was actually pretty interesting. It was a bunch of indie games, and they also did some Yakuza news. I think that's actually when we found out that what Judge Eyes was going to be called in English, which is Judgment.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool, and if it's anything like the last one, it'll just be a bunch of random indie games, and frankly, I'm excited for it.
It says 60 plus indie games. It's like, wow.
Hooray! I'm as happy as that. I'm as happy as Dari that time that he charged $10 an axle for parking, and that guy drove up onto his lawn with a car with 20 axles on it.
Dari was so happy to get $100.
Hooray!
Bidet! Dari Simpson's line.
I'm just confused.
No, Dari, you were charging $10 an axle to park on your lawn, and some dude drove up with 20 axles on his car.
Okay. Not really worth it, but fine.
Dari, if you charged a guy with 20 axles, you would get $200.
Yeah, but that's not really worth the cost because they make leave really fast, and it's like, oh, okay, well actually...
You wouldn't let someone park on your property for like a few hours for $200.
If you had 20 axles, I'll take that one of them on my lawn.
Jeez.
The Messenger's still getting content? What else?
What?
Wait, what?
The Messenger apparently was still getting content last year. I didn't know that.
Yeah, actually it was. Didn't it come out in 2017? I mean, of course it was still getting content. Actually, weren't they still planning even more content?
I don't know, but apparently Kind of Funny talked about it last year.
Makes sense.
But other than that, I don't know about them. I guess they're new to the block, even though they're kind of not, so...
I mean, they're new to E3, but they did something last year outside of E3.
Yeah.
Dari, you should totally watch these guys. They're great. Let's see, what time are they
I
on?
might watch them.
Compared to Ubisoft. Let's see.
6:30.
Yeah, it's 6:30 our time. So yeah, let's watch them together, Dari. Come on, you and me.
Yeah, okay, because Ubisoft's at 5, so that would probably be a decent palate cleanser, I guess.
Well, Ubisoft's at 3, it looks like.
Between Ubisoft and Square Enix.
Yeah, that's true. Which I guess, speaking of which, I guess we should move on to the next one, which is, of course, Square Enix.
I need to know how much of the little bit that they have for Final Fantasy VII Remake they're going to actually talk about.
I'm just waiting for them to botch that because the Sony trailer even said we're going to be discussing this even more in June, and I'm like, Sony's not going to be there. Square Enix has a conference. They had better fucking talk about it at that, or else, like, I don't even care about this game, and even I think they should be talking about it.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Marvel Adventure game. I'm actually going to hear about that, which is going to be something.
Do we even know what type of game it's going to be?
No, we don't.
No.
We just know that it's happening again.
What confuses me is Dying Light 2 is happening. I thought Dying Light didn't sell that one.
Wait, what's happening?
Dying Light 2.
Dying Light 2.
Wait, did Square make that?
No, apparently not, but they're publishing Dying Light 2.
Makes no sense to me, but anyway.
Well, it did well enough for them to, you know.
That's like Capcom doing God of War in Japan. They're like, oh, we're going to publish it now. It's like, wait, no, don't do that. Please don't do that.
So yeah, the main thing I want from Square is I want to finally know more about Babylon's Fall. Like, know if it's, like, know how it plays, know if it actually is Nier 3.
Oh, the poor Quiet Man.
I also feel bad for the Quiet Man. I wanted that game to succeed. I really did.
Hopefully they don't do that again. Like, have a game that looks really, really nice at E3, and then when it releases, it flops terribly.
Oh, you know they're gonna do it.
Hopefully it's not Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah. I mean, what do we know about Final Fantasy VII Remake right now?
That it has real-time combat.
They threw out all the work that CyberConnect 2 did on it and started over again like 2 years ago.
And ended up making something that looked pretty much the same.
Yep. And also, apparently, most people don't actually remember what happened in Final Fantasy VII. Who the hell are those guys in bandanas with Cloud?
Man, I can't wait to see how powerful Aeris will be by the end of the trilogy. I still think if when Aeris is about to die, if they twist it and someone else dies instead, that would be brilliant.
No, you know what?
No,
Here's what I want to happen. Let me say what I want to happen first, Dari, then I'll let you talk.
Okay.
Okay, what should happen is that Sephiroth comes down to... sorry, I mispronounced. Sephiroth! When Sephiroth comes down, instead of him stabbing Aeris should stab Sephiroth! And then she becomes the villain of the game. Just like in Off the Record. The ultimate twist. Bet you didn't see that coming.
Kind of did.
Anyway, I had already thought of that, but yeah, go ahead, Dari.
I was gonna say that Cloud sees Aeris about to die. He takes a shot, and Zack takes over, and Zack becomes the main character for the game. Cloud dies, Aeris stays alive, Zack becomes the actual main character for the game.
I prefer my obvious twist, honestly.
Yours is a Tumblr twist.
Yeah, I just said I prefer my obvious twist, is what I said.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying yours is a Tumblr twist, and I was just supporters we'll love you for that one.
I mean, those are both ridiculous cliches. What they should do is it turns out the whole scene was a dream.
Oh, dear Lord.
Won't people get insulted and think that you wasted their time?
No!
No. What's difficult?
I'm just looking on Twitter, and they say Sakurai and Nintendo say to choose a side, and they'll add all of those characters into Smash Ultimate, red or blue, and it's got like red side has Doom Guy, Banjo-Kazooie, Heihachi Mishima, Gino, Rayman, Dante, and Spyro, while blue side has Sora, Scorpion, Leon Kennedy, Phoenix Wright, Master Chief, Crash Bandicoot, and Shantae.
Red is clearly better.
But Shantae!
I know, I want Shantae, Phoenix Wright, but the others I don't care about.
Should be in this.
Doom Guy and Banjo are the ones I want most.
I know. But okay, Neko, what do you think is gonna happen at the at Square Enix's show?
I'm not even sure what new games they've come out with, other than I think they did the Traveler or something game, right? I'm telling you,
Octopath Traveler. Yes.
Yeah, Octopath. That's come to Steam.
but I'm not completely in the loop when it comes to Square Enix anymore.
Okay, you two talked over each other. I didn't understand either of you. Neko, you go, then you, Dari.
All I said is I haven't been really in the loop since Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay, I was about to say, how could you forget one of the biggest things that came out this year from Square Enix?
Square Enix made Devil May Cry 5?
What else made Final Fantasy 14?
Wait, Final Fantasy 14's been out for years, Dari.
There's a new expansion
and
pack coming out.
Man, you
And
two
they're gonna
really
talk
like
about that,
talking
too.
at this. We really like talking at the same time, don't we?
Apparently so.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know what the hell it is. I mean, what is their newest game they teased or...
Marvel's The Avengers and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
Did he hear me?
I just said Final Fantasy something.
Marvel's The Avengers and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh. So basically, it's just the same old, same old.
Oh dear, people want Final Fantasy 16 now. Please, not that. No, wait. Please wait.
Dari, Dari, they used to release Final Fantasies every year. I mean,
True, but still. Do we really need a 16 at this point right now?
I mean, if it had combat like Nier, then yes.
Yeah, farm out Final Fantasy 16 to Platinum.
I mean, they're making everything else for Square Enix.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they are.
The fact that they're not making Final Fantasy VII Remake tells me that they don't really have that much faith in that project.
I don't think they have the people to actually make that project what they really want it to be. I feel like they probably make that Final Fantasy VII Remake something even worse and more crazy than Revenge was. Sorry, Neko.
Oh no, no big deal. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, I pretty much know what my wish list is, but predictions of what they're gonna do, no clue. And my wish list, I think Icepick would even agree with it,
Okay.
but I'll just wait until we start doing that. You know.
Okay, well,
Okay.
should we
Start
start
if you
doing
want.
it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Neko, go ahead.
Well, predictions, I have no clue, like I said, but what I would like them to do is release, on PC and other things, of IPs they have, gotten over the years. And who the hell wouldn't want to see a Bust the Groove game re-released?
Literally 99% of the population, because they don't know what the fuck it is, including
Wonderful.
Dari and Bacon.
I know what Bust the Groove is, but I was like, I wouldn't really. I was like, oh, a remake of that. Okay. So the current remake that just came out there, and everyone's so excited about it. I'm like, what?
Well, I always knew what it was. It was always a fun game. I mean, let's see. What IPs that they have that they should re-release? Let's see, because I know they own Bust the Groove, Bust the Move.
Brave Fencer, Musashi, Parasite, Eve, Evo, The Search for Eden,
Einhander.
Threads of Fate.
I mean, they're just sitting on
Air
a
Guys.
shitload of IPs that are just wasting away.
Well,
Wasn't Threads
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
And they should just
They made Threads of Fate.
Yeah, they made Threads of Fate. That was a Square.
Well, they bought
that
a
was
lot of
Square
companies too. That's why
They did.
Let's see, if we're counting
did
Eidos,
before.
then Fighting Force, Soul Reaver.
Gex.
Yeah, I guess they're technically sitting on... Well, if Bubsy can come back, why not Gex? You're right.
Because he's a lizard. And lizards are scaly.
No, we need to bring back Gex to fight Bubsy.
Oh my god.
yeah,
That'd be interesting.
Who owns the rights to Awesome Possum?
oh god. Would anybody admit owning the rights to Possum?
Awesome Possum isn't that bad again.
Yeah, Dari, Awesome Possum was worse than Bubsy.
I'm awesome.
He was worse both as a character and his game was worse.
I mean, wasn't it like a really terrible Sonic clone?
Yes.
Sort of. And
Like-
Bacon is gone.
He's trying to do things.
Yeah. Well, clearly it didn't work.
Clearly.
But, Anyway, KI, what are your predictions and wishes?
Predictions, obviously we'll see more Final Fantasy VII. I think we will see something for Babylon's Fall, which may or may not be a Nier game. Curious to see what Avengers will play like, and for wishes, there's no way they have another Tomb Raider already. Maybe like Tomb Raider. They made another Lara Croft game, like
Didn't they
Guardian
sell
of
the
Light.
studio? Oh, I was about to say, didn't they sell the studio that made the Go games? Which still disappoints me. I wish that they would have made more of the Go puzzle games.
Didn't they not sell well though?
Well, if they sold the studio, probably not.
You didn't buy them when they were new, so it's your fault, Icepick.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there are a ton of IPs I'd love for them to bring back, because Soul Reaver has a concept I like, but it doesn't sound like any of the games were both good and aged well. So if they made a reboot of that with the effort that Tomb Raider 2013 had, that would be great.
Okay, Dari, how about you?
I predict that they're going to blow their load on Final Fantasy VII remaking it, and that's going to be terrible for some reason. And everyone's going to be like, "Oh, well, they screwed up Final Fantasy VII, so anything else they said after that's going to be useless, and no one's going to care."
Then JRPGs as a whole die.
It'll be the start of the beginning of the end.
The start of the beginning of the end.
Anyway, but
See, there are
I would
absolutely
like to see I would like to see something like Brave Fencer Musashi come back. I kind of secretly wish that they do something with Chrono Trigger for some reason. I don't know why I do, but I know it's not going to happen ever.
I mean, the problem with...
something with Secret of Mana, but that's not going to happen either.
Wow, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna let you stew in that one, even though they recently trademarked Mana Collection in Europe. Also, welcome back, Bacon.
Yeah, welcome back, Bacon. Talk now?
Are you capable of speech?
That's fine. Got you. But anyway,
That's a no. Okay, go ahead, Dari.
as I was saying, well, bringing back Secret Mana Collection would be nice, but I guess remakes are getting kind of boring, and the new thing and bringing back a new thing in the franchise would probably be better for a Chrono Series and the Mana series, even though people hate the Mana series, it seems.
No, that's just AI.
Or they could just finally give us Seiken Densetsu 3 in English. That'll never happen either.
Come on,
other
Greg,
than that,
give us Seiken Densetsu 3.
God, does that just leave me then? Or wait, Bacon?
Oh,
are
it's
you
Dari finished.
Oh, Dari, are
Yeah.
you finished?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm finished. Not much else I can say.
Bacon, are you talking?
Bacon.
Yeah.
There he is. Okay, that was weird.
It was.
Okay, Bacon, do you have any predictions or wishes for Square Enix?
He's trying to talk, but we know.
No.
But he's
Sorry, we keep on talking over him, I guess.
Because we can't tell when he's talking.
Yeah. Or like he pops in for a second and then pops back out.
Yep. That's what happened.
Okay, well, I guess if Bacon can't go, then I guess I'll go.
Alright.
I predict that despite the fact that they have Final Fantasy VII Remake and Marvel's Avengers in their pocket, they are somehow going to fuck up and focus on something completely useless, like maybe the... Let's say, even the Switch version of Dragon Quest XI would be too good for them. Okay, they're gonna probably talk about, like, that Tomb Raider game that came out a few years ago.
Apparently there's some game called Outriders I don't know anything about that they might focus on there too.
I guess that's possible, but if they do it, that means that it's disappointing. And I guess as for wishes, we'll I'm not gonna go out of my way to do something like insane, but I guess I will say that my wish from Square Enix is Nier 1 re-release on PC and PS4 and Switch, I guess. Xbox One, maybe.
Okay.
Did Nier Automata come out on Switch? I don't think it did.
No, it didn't. It did come to Xbox One.
Okay, then just those 3 platforms then. Maybe Switch, but probably not. Okay, and now we come to the main event. The final press conference, the one that KI has been waiting for since we started this podcast. I am, of course, talking about Nintendo.
I thought there was some other thing before it you were going to say.
Oh, is there?
No.
No, there's nothing else.
No, it just goes straight from Square Enix to Nintendo, dude.
Nintendo. Yep.
That's it.
I was gonna make a joke, but
Yeah, I mean, I thought you were setting up a joke. But, yeah, the main event of E3, the only conference held the same day as the day of E3.
Yep. Okay, I don't really have a dog in this fight, so I'll let you 3 fight it out.
Let's see, they already have a pretty full lineup for this year, so there's some games I really want more information on, like, I really want the Link's Awakening remake to have new content, so if they could show a trailer for that shows a good amount of new content, that would be really great. Seeing some of Luigi's Mansion 3 and Animal Crossing will be nice. But the main thing I want is Mario Odyssey 2 Spring 2020. That would be the exact amount of time between Galaxy 1 and 2.
Okay, Dari, do you have anything to add to that?
I hope that they don't bring it up. If they do, it'd be nice. Bring up stuff about the Switch Mini or the Switch Pro, whichever one they're talking about. They're gonna actually talk about at E3. I guess. Well, obviously more games would be better. I definitely want to hear something about Smash DLC because they've been quiet about that. I guess more Nindies would be nice as well. I really don't have much else to say about Nintendo. They're gonna come with new games. Obviously, I don't know a lot about them, but I mean.
Now with Nintendo, it's like for predictions, I don't do that much because I'm trying to keep my expectations in check, and also because it's just like there are too many things that could potentially happen. It's more something that I really talk about after the fact.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the only thing that I can come up with that I'm looking forward to is Luigi's Mansion 3. Also,
Okay.
did they ever re-release the first one on Wii U?
No,
No.
they re-released it on 3DS.
Or on 3DS? 3DS, that they
Yes.
released it?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
I gotta pick that up. Because, I mean, I love that series. So that's basically all I'm looking forward to.
Well, I guess that just leaves me then. I mean, like I said, I really don't have a dog in this fight. I still don't have a Switch, and I just realized today that I think it's gotten to the point where I don't even think I should bother getting a Switch because I've already missed so many releases. I don't think I can possibly catch up. Like
At
this point, I might as well just wait for the next Nintendo console. Like, that's not meant to be a jab. I mean, that's meant to be
a cop out. That's what it sounds like to me.
How's that a cop out?
Oh well, I've missed out on a year or two of Switch games. Let me just wait for the next console and give up on doing on this generation Nintendo period.
I mean, what? Well, I'm clearly not going to catch up. Let's be honest here.
To be fair, I've had Switch since launch and I haven't caught up yet. I still haven't played Breath of the Wild.
I mean, honestly, I want to see more about Astral Chain. That'd be cool. And,
Oh yeah, I would do want to.
Daemon X Machina.
Yeah,
I guess that's the difference between you guys and me, is that I think that it's cool to look at, like, the non-first-party Nintendo games.
Oh no, I care a lot about Astral Chain.
Okay,
Me
okay.
too.
Yeah, well, that is a Platinum game, that's right. But, yeah, I mean, those are the two games I'm really looking forward to see. I just don't think that there's anything in that old bag for me, though, is my big problem, because there are games that I would say that I would want to see, but I really don't think that they're in the pipeline, because it seems like Nintendo's modus operandi with this generation appears to be do the most blatantly obvious shit you possibly can. Like, do the shit that people have been trying to hit you over the head with for years, and unfortunately, I'm just too small of a voice to get what I want out of that.
I mean, what do you want?
I want Donkey Kong Country Returns 3, and it's not going to happen.
There's
Because
no reason it
everyone's
can't.
like, Metroid Prime 4! If console Pokemon!
Why would you think that Game Freak would make Donkey Kong Country Returns 3?
You don't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that
No,
I don't think
that's what people are yelling about instead of what he wants.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying that the majority of people are yelling for that, and, like, no one is yelling for what I want except for me, so I'm kind of shit out of luck on that.
I mean, they haven't only been releasing games that, I mean, if they just like listened to this fight request, then they never would have made another Yoshi. I mean, people just ignored Bully World and assumed it was like all the other non-Yoshi's Island ones.
Really? I thought that people realized that it was good. It was just on the Wii U, and it was too late to save that.
Oh, because it was on the Wii U, people ignored it, and
Didn't they
people
put it
just
on the 3DS afterwards, and didn't that get it some coverage?
I barely heard anyone mention the 3DS version. I mean, by the time it came to 3DS, I think that was also, like, 3DS wasn't in its prime anymore.
I mean, my point is that I just don't really see them doing... I don't see them announcing anything that'll, like, get me super excited. I mean, that's just me, though, because, like, what would get me really excited isn't really something that most people actually want. It'll just be, we want Smash characters, we want Pokemon, we want Animal Crossing for some reason now, even though we used to hate it.
We want
Pikmin 4!
Yeah, I was about to go there, but my brain said no. Let me not say that.
We want fucking
Earthbound 3, 4.
We want Mother 3. No,
we
yeah,
want Mother 3.
Yeah, Mother 3. We want another F-Zero, even though we don't care about that game.
I mean, honestly, I feel like Mario Kart 8 kind of killed any chance that we'll ever see another F-Zero game. Because Miyamoto, I almost called him Inafune, because Miyamoto said that he would do a new F-Zero if he could think of a good idea for it, and he kind of chose the perfect idea for an F-Zero game and then just shoved it into a Mario Kart game. So it's like, there's no chance that that's coming back.
So
unless they farm it out to someone else, of course.
I mean, they farmed out the one that people like best to someone else.
That's true. Sega did make GX. And AX, by extension.
I think GX is actually in the disc for or AX is in the disc for GX.
Oh yeah, they did actually discover that. But I mean, GX and AX are basically the same game. It's just that, you know, AX was the arcade version, obviously. I mean, like I said, I just don't really think that... I'm not expecting any announcements that'll get me super excited from Nintendo, and that's
I'm gonna
not...
be right back, guys.
Okay,
Ugh.
that's fine.
I gotta get up.
I mean, I'm not saying that to, like, rain on anyone's parade. I'm just saying that what I want and what the majority of Nintendo fans want are two very distinct and different things. I want another Donkey Kong Country game, and everyone else wants fucking Pokemon on consoles.
Is there anything specific you want? Is there anything specific you want besides another Donkey Kong Country?
I want another Super Mario Brothers 2. Like I'm not trying to be difficult here. I'm just you're asked Star Tropics. Like I said, what I want out of Nintendo is clearly not going to happen.
No, they bring back random stuff. I would be surprised if we didn't.
I don't even think they know what Star Tropics is. I'm sure that if you asked the current president of Nintendo,
they released it on Switch like a few months ago.
Yeah, they did. Don't want to play it.
Yeah, that reminds me. One of the things I would like them. It would be great if they did a. It's out right now for SNES Flicks.
I mean, it would probably... I feel like for that, they would have to do, like, a later today sort of thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's basically the same thing, right?
Yeah, that's another fan for guy. I'm hoping for some good it's available right now stuff. Like, I would love if the original Ori was available right away. Because last year, they were great with that. They released two things I wanted as surprise. It's here right now releases.
Which ones were those again?
Octo Expansion and Hollow Knight.
Oh, yeah. Did Hollow Knight ever come to PS4?
Yeah.
Oh. Because that came after the Switch version, right?
Yeah, it did.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and there are some indie games I would love to get info on, but I'm not expecting them to show up, like AVGN Collection and Dusk.
Yeah, I see
What
your
about
point.
Dust?
Oh, God.
What?
Didn't Dust already come out on the Switch?
Probably.
I feel like if it didn't, then it's only a matter of time. That game is like the indie counterpart to Skyrim at this point. It'll be out on everything. And he'll never make a sequel, and that really bums me out.
Yeah, and yes, it is on Switch.
I knew it.
That is weird. It is on 360 but not PS3, and it's on PS4 but not Xbox One.
Is it a backwards compatible game on Xbox One?
I have no idea.
Let me look that up. List of Xbox One backwards compatible games. Okay. Xbox actually has a list for that. Backwards... Sort by... Here we go. No. But DuckTales Remastered is. That's weird. Actually, is DuckTales Remastered on PS4?
I think so.
Huh.
I think I got it for some reason. I don't know why I got it, but
It's a fun game.
I got it on
That's why
Wii U
you
as
got
well.
it.
No, I have a Wii U.
Wait, it's actually it's not on PS4.
Huh.
Oh wait, it was supposed to be on PS3 then, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it came out
probably.
before PS4 and Xbox One.
Wait, Blood of the Werewolf? Really? Huh. Well, that's surprising. I thought the company that made that died. Yeah, there it is. Blood of the Werewolf. Why the hell are the BioShock games on there? Didn't they get remasters?
Yeah. So I guess there were people who had the original discs and still play them on Xbox One.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Blinks the Time Sweeper 1 is on there.
Only I still have that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the next. I actually like the game. I really do.
That just means that Neko's next system is going to have to be the Xbox One because it has a cat game on it.
But 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 they're bringing Cat Mario back in Mario Maker 2, so he has to get Switch now, right?
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm not exactly sure. God, that's going to be like a heavy... That's going to get a whole bunch of coverage in their E3 Direct, isn't it?
I don't think so, because it already had its own Direct, and it's coming out so soon after E3, and they've had games doing that before, and they didn't give them huge amounts of coverage.
That's true. Do you think we'll be safe from a whole bunch of Pokemon news, too, because of that?
Yeah, they pretty much never do Pokemon stuff at their E3. That's why they gave it a Direct the week before E3.
Right.
They haven't announced a specific focus game this year like they did the last 3.
That's true. And usually they would have done it by now if they were going to do it.
They said they have a really full 2019 lineup, so I'm hoping for a couple of big announcements just for next year, like just seeing the next Mario or Zelda.
Would you be alright if they just ended up being like confirmations that Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4 were coming out in 2020?
Yeah, it'd actually be... Well, I mean, Bayonetta 3 I could see coming out next year. I would be pretty shocked if they got Metroid Prime 4 out next year.
Yeah, that's a good point. They did have to start it from scratch.
And I'm back.
True. Welcome back. Okay, so should we wrap up with predictions and wish lists for Nintendo then?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, Neko, why don't you go first?
Well, hopefully, predictions, they'll probably say more about Luigi's Mansion 3. And something that people have been asking for, hopefully. But I'm not going to quote my,
Okay, and what's
hopes.
your wish?
Another cat character for Smash. No, but seriously,
I think you were being serious there.
no. Seriously, I would like to hear some news on a new Mario Kart in the works.
Did you just say meow?
No, Mario Kart.
That was the cat.
No, it sounded like you said, like when he said no, it sounded like you said meow.
Meow Kart?
No. That you were like, I'd like to see another cat character in Smash, and like after I said like that sounds like an actual wish out of you, and you said meow instead of no. Meow.
No, but seriously, I would like to. I mean, is there any word on a Mario Kart 9?
Probably
I mean,
not, just because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe did so well.
I mean, I'm sure they'll make one, but I don't know if they'll announce it yet. I would say that's... I mean, I can't imagine them... At most, they'd announce maybe a small game for this fall if they announce anything new for this year, but I would not...
I mean, I wonder if there's any way they could add more to Deluxe then.
I don't think they're going to. I think the fact that they already added stuff to Deluxe is enough for them.
Yeah, I would rather they just go to Mario Kart 9.
Yeah.
Same here.
Okay, Dari?
Well... Nintendo, I just want to... I predict we're going to hear more about Smash. We're probably going to hear about new IP probably at this point, because it's been a couple years. I think Miyamoto's going to come up with something else crazy that we don't know anything about yet, or it might bring back some new stuff. I mean, some old stuff that we forgot about.
Project Giant Robot.
They already brought that back.
What was that?
It was a Labo game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Project Hammer, then. Or did they turn that into a Labo game?
Probably.
And I guess we'll wish... I want the treehouse to be something interesting instead of this, let's talk about Smash and this other game that we may have talked about for 2 minutes in the actual thing.
I mean, they usually just showcase, like, their upcoming games at the Treehouse, Dari.
And they occasionally announce games during it.
That's true, and I will order whoever watches that to tell me if that happens.
I might try and watch it if it doesn't turn into the same thing over and over again. Like, oh, here. Oh, look, we talked about the new Smash character. Let's play Smash.
That reminds me, during the Pokemon Direct, they announced Star Tropics 3.
There's Star Tropics 2?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay. I was because there's only one Star Tropics and you never brought it back ever again, and it was a terrible.
Well, no,
use of time
there were
resources.
2 Star Tropics games. The first one was the good one, though. The second one wasn't as good, but they were both on the original NES. So they never made a Super Star Tropics. They never made a Star Tropics 64. Not one for the GameCube. Not one for the Wii. Not even one for the Wii U. And that would have been the perfect time to get that out of their system.
Switch Tropics.
Yeah, it's not happening. I guess it's my turn since KI would be the most excited to talk about this. I predict that it is probably going to be a lot of retreads over stuff that we already know about because they do already have a lot of announced games in the pipeline. But I do think that they will have some new stuff. I think that the part that'll interest me the most will be the Nindy Showcase sizzle reel that they do every year.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's always cool, but looking forward to some information on Astral Chain since that comes out in August, so they pretty much have to do information on that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Daemon X Machina, which, does that have a release date?
I think that's also August.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Nintendo.
I thought
No, they are loading summer. July has Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 and Fire Emblem.
Fair
and I don't
enough.
have money for either one of those. Sad.
And I guess for a wish, God, let's see, let me temper my expectations with something that could be, actually realistic that I would want. Let's see. Super Mario Land 2 skin in Mario Maker 2. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's like the most realistic thing that I can think of.
What about Wario?
What about Wario?
You know Wario skins in Super Mario Maker 2?
Wario has his own playstyle.
I mean, the Virtual Boy Wario Land remake that they kept on talking about would be cool, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
But Waluigi game can finally happen.
And Virtual Boy Wario Land was always joined at the hip with a game that turned out to be real, so I think we'll get it at some point.
Maybe.
I think it was a 3DS game that got moved to Switch, which is why it's taken so long.
Yeah, but I feel like it's pointless to move it to the Switch because then you don't have the 3D thing, which, would be a cool little reference to the original system.
Well, I would like to have a Super Mario 2 skin for Mario Maker, but I don't think that's ever going to happen because the game is so different than any other Mario.
Okay, KI, how about you? What are your predictions and wishes?
Let's see, for predictions, I think they'll go over all of the games they have announced. We'll see Animal Crossing for the first time. We'll see some real gameplay of Luigi's Mansion 3. Get more information, all the games coming out in summer, and of course more information on Link's Awakening, hopefully with confirmation there'll be new stuff. For wishes, my number one wish is, besides Odyssey 2, is actually that Link's Awakening has, has a Master Quest mode with brand new dungeons or something, as that or as a new Zelda with dungeons and weapons that don't break. And then that's in addition to a lot of other stuff. They could have, more platformers are always good. I would love Donkey Kong Country Returns 3. I'd also like to see what Retro is making, because they would not just cancel a game they've been working on for 5 years because they needed to move Metroid Prime 4. I think they moved them there because their game was almost finished. So yeah, that's my stuff.
Okay then, any other things that you guys want to say about E3?
apparently Sega's going to be there.
Really?
It says Sega Atlas. We don't know
Sega-
if they have a live stream, but
Contrary to what we previously announced, Sega Genesis Mini is in stores right now.
I've actually seen people
for $299 US.
Yeah, it's weird. People have actually started like a slight backlash to the Sega Genesis Mini. People are hating on Virtua Fighter 2 being on there. But what they should really be hating on being on there is the Alex Kidd game, because that's a piece of shit.
People don't know what Alex Kidd is anymore, so they're going to play it and realize it for the first time. Sad. Anyway, I'm still wondering where Arc System Works and Bandai Namco are going to show up at. Both of them have somewhat decent games.
What if Bandai Namco is at the PC gaming show?
Well, their games are Code Vein, which is... Well, all their games are on PC, but most of them are on Xbox One and PS4 as well, except for...
Well, maybe they'll be at Microsoft then. I mean, where else
the
could
Dark
they be?
Pictures Anthology Man and Medan, which I don't know what that even is. That's supposed to be on Switch, but everything else is on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So... Double Fine's going to be there with Psychonauts 2. Wonder what they're going to say about that.
It's delayed for another 10 years.
Oh, right, the joke I was going to make. We can watch EA's thing tomorrow morning!
Yeah, right.
Actually, this morning in 8 hours. 8 hours.
No, that's on Saturday.
Yeah.
There's something on the 8th. Oh, this is the 7th, isn't it? Yeah. I'm mixing my days. Saturday, then. Yay.
Yes, no, it is... the Geneva Convention has banned us from doing any sort of commentary on that.
Where's XE going to show up? That's another question.
I mean, they're just going to announce their stuff on their own, actually. That's what they usually do. I mean, they've already announced 6 of the games on there, but they still have one that they need to do, which...
According to the Komatsu article, apparently the only thing that Sega and Atlas have is Captain Port Body, which is strange.
Wait, you mean Citizens of Space?
No, Catherine. That's it.
But they just announced Citizens of Space. They
Maybe
literally announced that today, Dari.
Maybe they're not going to talk about E3. Maybe that's all they're going to
Dari,
do.
they literally announced it today.
What else did you talk about Rocket League?
Dari, I'm looking at the article right now. It's coming out on June 18th. Dari, it's coming out!
Well... Oh yeah, I forgot. We didn't talk about this. The Netflix E3 thing that's happening
and
with games.
and that reminds me, Dari, the Simpsons thing that's happening at E3.
What the Simpsons? I like what caught out. The Simpsons did just cut out.
The Simpsons are having a panel at E3? K.I., did you hear me?
You said the Simpsons are having a panel?
Yes.
Yeah, at E3 for some reason.
Yeah.
Stoner. Maybe it's part of the new Disney thing. For reasons I don't understand. Maybe they're gonna do another. They're gonna do the Simpsons arcade game 2.
Oh, that would be cool, actually. I'd be down for that.
I forgot Microsoft's was going to talk about Halo Infinite. But that's going to be the game that's going to launch with their new console. And everyone's already hating it. And oh yeah, I forgot they spent all that time on Gears last year. I wonder if they're going to do that again this year. Because Gears 5 is coming.
I mean, it's possible. Don't they also have that Gears strategy game coming to PC?
Yeah, that's true. And also Forza. But we need to have a Forza at E3.
I mean, they gotta find some reason to have a car.
Because what happened to I miss Tribe Club now.
I
Why did Sony have to make this crap replacement Gran Turismo? Oh yeah, where's NAC 3?
Yeah, where is NAC 3?
That's going to be at PS5 release. NAC 3 to PS5. That sounds like a great idea. Sad that I'm surprised Sony didn't do what EA did and just stole a day and just said, here, we're going to put our stuff here.
Well, I mean,
surprised
no one
they
cares.
I mean, I was surprised they didn't do what Nintendo did. I mean, they ripped off Nintendo Directs. Why would they not do one at the most? Why would they not copy the most important one of the year?
Because Xbox did it, and they're doing Inside Xbox thing as well, I believe.
Xbox is at E3.
Yeah, but they're doing Inside Xbox thing too there.
I mean, a lot of people have been speculating that what Sony could try to do is just, like, announce a... God, what do they call it? State of play that will take place literally at the same exact time as the Xbox conference. I mean, I don't know why they would do something like that, but that's what a lot of people have been speculating could happen.
Dude, I could see that happening, but it's weird. It's kind of sad the PlayStation Experience died, 'cause that was the most interesting thing.
They killed it because it was better than E3 for them.
It's so stupid.
And the worst part is Capcom put all their eggs in that basket too for some reason. They're also gonna be there too, but all they're gonna talk about is Street Fighter and Monster Hunter World, which makes me really sick and sad.
Wait, what was the first thing you said?
Capcom's also gonna be at E3, but all they're gonna do is talk about Monster Hunter World and Street Fighter 5.
I don't know. Maybe they'll announce something at the Xbox thing. They did that last year.
It's time for X9.
Yeah, you're probably right, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
I wouldn't expect that. Proto Dude says that it's in development, but we're not going to hear about it for a while.
It would be interesting to see X9 as a random thing in either the Nintendo conference or at a Treehouse. Like, someone from Capcom's here.
Wait,
look,
wait. That just... Ki, how would you feel if X9 got announced at the PC gaming show?
I mean, as long as they immediately confirmed it was also on console. I mean, I can't imagine why it wouldn't be, but I wouldn't want even a second of not being sure.
Makes it good.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with them, but, I mean, just imagine.
X9 playing at 120 frames per second on this new Samsung monitor that has 120 frame per second. KI's like sweating, like, why aren't you saying
KI's like, damn it, I can only see up to 30 frames per second.
Now, apparently PS5 is going to have 120 FPS, which, yeah,
and ray tracing.
It's going to be a long time before I have a TV that can do that.
I don't understand what ray tracing is, but I keep hearing about it.
I've heard of it, but I didn't know it was something that was a buzzword for the upcoming generation.
It is, I just don't know what it is. And I'm looking at Twitter, and some guy's like, currently at bargaining. What if the Capcom title at Xbox is a Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite update?
And Dari loses the bet.
And then our good friend Jordan says they're never going back to Infinite, but I do believe they're working on Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Which also means that Dari loses the bet.
Dari, would you be happy you lost the bet if they announced Darkstalkers 4 and Marvel vs. Capcom 5?
Dari, can you hear us anymore? Dari...
Yes.
I like that sound you made when you came back on the... Just... God.
So, Dari, would you be upset if you lost the bet because they announced Marvel vs. Capcom 5 and Darkstalkers 4?
Yes and no.
Okay, here's a question for you, Dari.
Okay.
Which Capcom game that would fulfill the bet would make you the least happy to get announced?
I mean, I already thought of that. The console version of them's fighting herds.
No.
Why not doing Capcom?
Well, they're publishing it.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, why? And let me guess, it's the original version that got banned, but Capcom found a way to get around it.
Yes, Capcom paid off the people at Hasbro.
Capcom sold the Darkstalkers IP to buy My Little Pony.
I think I just have to quit gaming at that point. I really would. I'd probably have to literally just stop gaming entirely, sell everything I have gaming-wise, give up.
Dari sells all of his gaming-related shirts and then realizes that he hates shirts in general, so he sells all of his shirts in general. Okay, but no, seriously, what Capcom game being revived, or what Capcom game period, would it be an original IP or a existing IP? Which game would make you the least happy to lose that bet?
Star Gladiator.
Really? I thought you liked Star Gladiator.
I do, but I feel like they would ruin it now.
How would they ruin it?
Trying to make it look like trying to over try to make it modern and ruin it and not bring back all the characters for some reason.
Really? So you would be okay with Cyberbots, is what you're telling me, or Tech Romancer?
I would actually.
Or Rival Schools?
Okay, you're right.
Or Red Earth?
Rival Schools and Red Earth would probably also make me sad, but I don't think it'd be as sad as Star Gladiator, because apparently I think they forgot about that. Well, they didn't forget about it because they brought June in the Street Fighter 5, sorry.
Street Fighter 6.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Street Fighter 6 might actually... no, I don't think Fighter 6 this year, probably next year.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be a PS6 launch window game, if anything.
Yeah.
PS5.
PS6 is the one that's gonna have Elder Scrolls 6 as a launch window game.
Oh yeah,
of
I guess
course.
you're right.
If we're lucky.
That's what this is gonna do.
Right.
Are there any games that have a fifth game that might come out for Street Fighter 5? I mean, Street Fighter 5 for PS5's launch window.
Fifth game.
I mean, you could argue that the next God of War will be the fifth main game in the series.
Darksiders?
Well, no, because they've said Genesis isn't Darksiders 4.
No, I get that, but I mean, what if they get 4 out soon after that? I mean, the fact that they're working on Genesis tells me that clearly Darksiders 3 did not, Oh
yeah, they've already said they were satisfied with the sales. I think Darksiders 4 will happen, but like with current gen games, it's not going to be that soon. Like I would say PS5. Oh, yeah, PS5 will probably be out by the time we get Darksiders 4.
Okay. Let me think then.
This is mainly to say, KI got PS5 and got a fifth game out of it.
God. Do we count Infamous 2 Bordello of Blood as the third game in the series?
No.
No, and if we did, it would already have 5 games, because Second Son also had an expansion pack.
Okay, fair enough then. Shit, yeah, I'm at a loss. I mean, maybe...
Oh, wait.
What?
Marvel vs. Capcom 5.
They're gonna call it 4.
Yeah, they're gonna call it 4.
Now, if 2 counts, then so does Infinite.
Jesus Christ, it's terrible.
But people liked 2.
They do. Well, they two after the fact. In the beginning, they hated it.
People who are wrong liked 2.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you on that, and I do have to admit that Dari is right that the gameplay in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is good. It's just that literally everything else is fucking awful. Let's see. The roster is terrible. The graphics are hideous. The music makes me want to kill myself. The voice acting sounds like something
What game is this?
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. The voice acting sounds like it was recorded by a bunch of North Koreans who were being tortured by Kim Jong-un. The load times are abysmal. It's almost like the game itself doesn't want to run. Like, the game literally chugs around, and it scares me.
It's crazy. Ironically, I feel like this one has the best netcode of all of them.
The UI is hideous. Everything but the actual gameplay is terrible in Infinite.
It really.
And that's a damn
sadly
shame.
cannot deny this.
And that's a damn shame
Is.
because
It really is.
the gameplay is actually pretty good. Why does Neko keep leaving and coming back?
I don't know.
Because you guys keep going out on me. I can't hear anything you guys are saying.
Well, you'll just have to listen to the podcast when it goes up on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost done anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so, all right. One last random wish from E3 from everyone. How does that sound?
Okay.
To wrap it up. Okay, KI, you go first.
Mega Man something, like, not Mega Man Mobile, any Mega Man game that's on console and a platformer.
Okay. Neko, how about you?
Something random.
Cats it is.
I don't know. I would like to hear somebody make another freaking Metroidvania again, even though we're getting Bloodstained. So,
Yeah, it's
but
coming
I would
out
like
this
to hear.
month.
I mean, Konami is kind of stupid, and I don't think anybody would argue with me with that.
Well, no.
Even though they released all those
collections.
yeah, I mean, hell, I would so want another Castlevania collection. That would be a cool thing to hear about.
Okay, Dari, how about you?
I know this isn't going to happen, but I feel like a shying away from mobile gaming would be interesting to hear about.
I mean,
Like,
they don't really talk that much about mobile at E3 to begin with, but...
Yeah, I mean, mobile has, it's not as threatening as it seemed a few years ago.
Yeah, now the real threat is streaming.
Oh, yeah, right.
Thankfully, streaming is years away from being a legitimate threat. I mean, it's not a time bomb. It is something that explodes on impact.
Hmm.
And I want to see if Microsoft is going to make Xbox crash and burn or succeed and fly away with them winning. And also, I want to see an actual fight between who wins. I don't want to see it like last year and the year before that, where it was just a runaway.
I mean, to be fair, the problem is that Sony's not there, and Nintendo and Microsoft fight on different planes, and everyone else is pretty much a third party, so...
True.
There is no fight anymore. Sony has literally bowed out on this one. They gave up, despite...
Despite having all the cars, they still decided to fold.
It's like... I mean... You had the Sony Distortion Field where even the shittiest conference would be considered better than Microsoft's best because LOL The Last Guardian or some shit like that.
I thought it was Low Lesbian Kiss.
No, Dari, you're thinking of the part where the lesbians were sniffing their own farts. I still maintain that's what was going down there. I saw a very convincing edit of that video. And apparently they pushed that back a year because, God, what were they afraid of? They were afraid of something, so they pushed that back. What the hell was it? I forget. Oh, man, I wish I could remember.
Like another game they were afraid of?
Yeah, like another game that they were afraid would steal The Last of Us 2's thunder. I just wish I could remember what it was, though.
Wasn't it, the other game that just recently came out?
Are you talking about Days Gone, the turn-based RPG?
you know, Bacon actually eventually found out what he was thinking of. It was a game called Long Gone Days or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great.
It was amazing.
God, I wish I could remember it because, like, it is a major title, and I just forget what it is. What are the major titles that are coming out this year? Like, you know, Western, boring.
Yeah, I'm having trouble thinking of them.
Whatever the name that damn Sucker Punch game was.
Well, Ghost of
Sekiro.
Tsushima.
Well, yeah,
It
that
goes
has
to
nothing
Tsushima.
to do with it, but yeah, that is boring, so you're on the right track at least. God.
That reminds me, I guess there was no time to bring this up because Sony isn't there. As repayment for me not liking Sekiro, I want Ghost of Tsushima to miraculously be good.
That'd be nice.
I mean, you really do hate Arkham-style combat, so...
But I mean, it is Sucker Punch game, and Sucker Punch is from Seattle, so they have to bring the rep back together.
They are from Seattle, after all.
The game they made that took place in Seattle was like, their version of Seattle was less faithful than the versions of New Orleans and New York City that weren't the actual cities.
That's the worst part.
They made, I have shown you what Queen Anne Hill looks like, and they made it flat.
And I saw people refuse, being like, "Oh, well, this was
Shit, that was it. How did I forget that? It was Death
What?
Stranding.
Oh.
Death Stranding is
Death
the game that they
Stranding,
pushed it
yeah.
back
What
for.
that?
How did I
Right.
forget that?
because they have
It's not
you haven't seen gameplay
Western.
for it yet." Yeah.
No,
I
you see-
probably forgot about it because it is the Twin Peaks of video games. Everyone's just like, brilliant. I have no idea what's happening. Dari, that was
I'm
a
so-
Simpsons line.
Yep. I'm so curious to see what the real minute-to-minute gameplay is like. Like, I've seen gameplay-only edits, but they showed so little gameplay at a time, you can't get a feel for it.
Those gameplay only edits, I didn't know that.
Like, not official
Supposedly.
ones, but like ones people have made themselves and posted on YouTube.
He said that everything we've seen so far is gameplay.
On literal gameplay, like
No,
not
I
real
know
time
that, but
cinema.
Kojima has said that
Yeah,
everything
we've
we've
seen
seen is gameplay.
And yeah, big long movies and weird baby fetish stuff is not gameplay.
Yeah, it is. Kojima's a genius. Everyone knows that. How dare you challenge our Lord and Savior Hideo Kojima? I mean, I've finally come to realize that he is a genius because everyone it's like how I respect Steve Jobs because he tricked so many stupid people into buying overly expensive and underpowered hardware.
You know,
Hideo
that.
Kojima
He's
is just
the-
one big giant troll, and people buy into it.
To be fair,
And I'm the only person on this
planet.
planet who realizes that.
You haven't
He tried
actually.
to be the same thing, but he failed at that somehow.
No, Inafune wanted to be. Inafune didn't want to be a troll. He wanted to be beloved. He wanted a perfect rep. He wanted to be Miyamoto essentially. And when he went out on his own, everything fell apart. The dominoes fell like a house of cards. Checkmate.
Well, I
No,
mean,
I'm-
but
I'm-
what about the whole, Japan is doing terrible, it needs to be more like the West.
No,
thing.
I understand what he was arguing for there. And everyone misinterpreted that. I'm going to give him credit on that one. What he was
I
saying...
understand that was a good point, but I mean, I still feel like that was part of his trolling, though. A little bit.
No. What Inafune wanted to do is that he wanted to have this massive media empire, but the problem is that he was really scatterbrained about it. Like, remember, before Mighty No. 9, the game, which was supposed to be the cornerstone of that franchise, came out, he tried to kickstart an animated series based around it. He tried to kickstart another game and another anime based on said game. And, I mean, what else can I say to that?
That failed before that.
I mean, I think Inchi Creates actually quit working on Mighty No. 9 like halfway through.
Isn't his company doing something else now?
No, they got bought out by they got bought out by
No,
by Level
got
5.
bought with you. Oh, it was Level 5, yeah, I forgot.
So Level
Right.
5 now owns the Mighty No. 9 franchise, and we don't know if they're going to use it or anything. Or if they'll just keep on lending it to Inchi Create so they can make more Mighty Gunvolt games.
They will. Obviously, they will bring it back in 20 years, like the way Bubsy came back.
Oh God.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, the sad part about it is that I actually like the Mighty Number 9 universe.
It's an interesting universe. It just really done badly.
It was not a good game. It wasn't the worst. I played worse Mega Man games than it, but yeah, only a few. I'm talking about like Mega Man X6 was worse than Mighty Number 9, and I stand by that. Come at me, Internet. I don't care. That's my hot take of the night. Mighty Number 9 was better than Mega Man X6, and anyone who likes Mega Man X6 is an idiot. I'm looking at KI for that one for some reason.
If you grandstand on it, that's the only way I'm going to get angry.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, we shouldn't end this on a bad note.
Well, no, I'm just saying that Mega Man X6 is an abomination.
If I ever get to it, I'll tell you if I hate her.
Oh man,
Probably won't though.
You need to stream it. You need to stream. I would love to watch that. I would love to watch you play Mega Man X6. I played through it twice. I played through it once. The time I streamed it on normal mode, but the second time I played it on extreme mode, and you know what?
What?
It was easier on extreme mode. I think it's because I knew what to do, but it was easier.
Yeah. To be fair, it never fixed the problems I had with X2.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, easy mode. Let's make it where we're infinite, where you can't die. Ain't that great?
Yeah, and X4 did that too, didn't it?
No, X4, you could die, but you had like an invisible second life bar that you had to get through before you took damage.
So stupid. Okay, so I guess it's time for me to make my last wish. Fuck it. Darkstalkers 4. Final answer.
Raise your hand.
Yeah, exactly. I'm raising my hand. Okay, so I guess that's it.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess we'll reconvene in, well, it'd be a couple of days now, actually, for the first round of results, and then, yeah. So, until next time, this has been Disc 1, signing off.
Good night.
Good night. Say good night, Dari.
Good night, Dari.
I like how Neko just left.
No.
Later.